Afternoon, guys. So today I'm going to be going through this question here, which is question 4 on our paper that we had on our working grade assessment recently. So as you can see, we have an equation of a circle here. They also tell us that perpendicular to this from the center to the origin is this line here, which goes through the point -3/2 and 3. Okay, so we're going to slowly work through this question. We're going to look at A and B first, which are fairly simple. So a circle with the center C has the equation given here, which is x squared plus y squared plus 8x minus 4y plus 7 equals to 0. And it shows you the circle. The circle meets the x-axis at A and B. First thing we need to do is find the coordinate C, which is our center, and then the radius of the circle. So this first part's fairly simple because it gives you the equation of the circle here. And whenever you've got that, we just need to put it into the form of the equation of the circle where you've got x plus a squared plus y plus b squared equals r squared, where negative a and negative b are your centers and r is your radius. Okay, so we just need to put it now. You'll notice we need to put it back into squares, so we're going to complete the square. So first off, I'm just going to bring the x terms together and the y terms together. So you've got complete the square. We've got x plus 4 squared, so minus 16, and we've got y minus 2 squared minus 4 plus 7 equals 0. So you've got, this is going to be 20 minus 20, so that's plus 7 is minus 13. So that means that adds minus 13, which means when that goes to the other side, we will have the equation x plus 4 squared plus y minus 2 squared equals 13. It's now in the form of the equation of a circle. So just remember, this would be equal to 0, so therefore your x coordinate would be -4. Your y coordinate is 2. And so that's your coordinate for your center. And your radius is just going to be root 13, since r squared equals 13. So therefore, our radius is going to be 13. Really, really simple there, guys. So that's A. Now, I'd expect everyone to be able to do this. Now, B, find the coordinates of the point A and B. Now, we want the points A here and B there. You'll notice it's on the x-axis. That also means that y equals to 0. So we need to find the points A and B where y equals to 0. Really simple. Let's use the starting equation, because if we use that, that cancels and that cancels, leaving you with x squared plus 8x plus 7 equals to 0. Therefore, you can factorize this. That means x plus 1 and x plus 7 equals to 0. So you have 2 points here. So use your understanding of where they're located. So that means A is going to be located at -7 and 0, and B is going to be located at -1 and 0. That needs to be written because you need to use your knowledge of this diagram and the coordinates from the mathematics to be able to find out actually the coordinates. So that's it, 5 marks. 5 marks there in less than 4 minutes. You should be able to do that. Okay, let's look at the next part of the question. Okay, so we know our center. Now, let's have a look. This is a 7 marker. So the chord DE here passes through this point, so we have a point, and is perpendicular to OC. All right, now remember, if you ever need to find the coordinates of the points D and E, so they are an intersection of the circle and the line DE. So there's 2 things we're going to have to do. First off, we need the equation of the line. We need the equation of the line DE. Because once we've got that, we can substitute that in to find an intersection of that and this circle. So remember, if you need an equation of a line, you need 2 things. You need a point. Luckily, that's already told you, it's right here. And you need a gradient. Now, the gradient we can find. The gradient is perpendicular to OC. So what's the gradient OC? So the gradient OC is just going to be, so if you have a look, it goes down 2, across 4. So that means it's just -2/4, which is -1/2. All right. Now, with that information, that means the gradient of something perpendicular to that, or DE, is just going to be this times by so this times by this here will give you -1, or the negative reciprocal, which is really easy. That just means the gradient should be 2, +2. Let's use our equation of our line now. So we'll use, just so you know, we'll use y is equal to y1 is equal to m bracket x minus x1. Substitute into this formula, we have our points here, and our gradient. So we have y. So we've got, remember, our point we'll be using is this here. So y minus 3 is equal to 2 times x minus minus, a +3/2. All right, let's do some expansion. So we got y minus 3 is equal to 2x plus 3. So y is equal to 2x plus 6. We now have the equation of the line. So this is DE. So if we use this information and we substitute y into the equation of the line here, we will actually get our two intersecting points at a x, since we'll be left with our x in the equation. So I'm just going to go to the next slide. So we have our equation of our line, and we have, equation of our circle here, and our equation of the line here. So let's substitute one into the other. So you've got x plus 4 squared plus y is 2x plus 6 minus 2 squared equals 13. Okay, so I can have a look at this. So this is just going to be 2x plus 4 squared. All right, so we are just going to expand this, use your perfect square principle. So it's going to be x squared plus 8x plus 16 plus, so it'll be 4x squared plus, this is going to be 2x times 4 is 8x, times 2 is 16x, plus 16 equals 13. All right, so let's just bring these across. So we've got 5x squared, we've got plus 24x. Now we've got 32 take away 13, so that's going to be plus 19 equals 20. Okay, so we've done the chunk of work, to be honest, in this question. So what we've done so far is we found the equation of this line DE using this point and the perpendicular gradient OC. We've then substituted into the equation of the circle to find the coordinates of the x points for D and E. Now, we just need to solve this as a quadratic. So that's going to be 5x and x equals 0, which is just 19 and 1. Now, I know it's not going to be 5 times 19, so 19 goes here, 1 goes here. 5 times 1 is 5. That's going to be 19. Add them together gives you 24. Awesome. So we have our 2 points for our x. We have x is equal to -19 on 5, and we have our x is equal to -1. Oh, that makes sense. That means D is -19 on 5, and E is going to be -1. Let's use our equation for DE here. So we're going to use this equation here. Okay, so we're going to use this equation here to do the next part. So it's going to substitute. So it's going to be y is equal to 2 times -1 plus 6, which means it's going to be 4, which makes sense for E. So E is going to be -1, 4. Nice and easy. Let's do this one slightly harder. So we have y is equal to 2 times -19 on 5 plus 6, which is going to be, that's going to be -38. 6 over, when you put it over 5, it's going to be 30, so it's going to be -8 on 5. Just leave it as a fraction. Don't make it harder by trying to make it into a decimal. So we've got -19 on 5 and -8 on 5. Whew, 7 marks. Okay, so far in about 9 minutes time, I've done A, B, and C. So we're looking at 12 marks here. So the key point is take your time. You have all the information and skills. Nothing will get harder in this sort of content. You just might have to use differentiation or other skills to find gradients. Okay, so let's have a look at our last two parts of this question. So far we've got A, B, E, and D. So, last but not least, D. Okay, it's only 2 marks because there's not much to it. So you'll notice I have all the points here. Find the area of the quadrilateral BEAD. So we want BE. So we just want to find this area here. Okay, if we split it here, you have triangle and a triangle. Okay, it makes it really easy. So if we just look at the triangle, ABE, well, that has a base length of AB. So AB is just, if you have a look, base length AB is going to be 6. So that's going to be half times 6 times the height. Well, height of E is just 4. Okay, so the area of ABE is just going to be 12 units squared. Okay, that's really easy. Let's look at the other one. We want ABD. So ABD, well, it's going to be half, because half times the base, AB again, is going to be 6. What's the height? Well, the height here is just the length from the axis, so it's 8 over 5. Okay, so that's going to be 3 times 8, it's going to be 24 over 5. Okay, and I'm just going to put this into decimals for us. So that's just going to be 4.8 square units. So last but not least, let's just add these together. So that means the quadrilateral BEAD is just going to be 12 plus 4.8, which equals 16.8 square units. Okay, so not too bad. There's lots to it, but you could just go through that process. Okay, I hope that sort of helps you understand how you could have done this question. I'll see you soon for the applied mechanics section. Thank you.